Isaac, you saw
We got another question.
Oh, okay.
Do you network with people that you meet, basketball related?
Yeah, I got to, man. That's the thing. Like, so for me, like, I'm currently at a Division III school, and I'm trying to my next thing that I want to do on my list is try to get up to Division I or Division II. That's my next goal. So, like, for me, that's why I went to Houston for the Final Four to go out there and network, because they have all these coaches clinics that you can go and you can learn and you can network with coaches. And I met so many, like literally like 40 or 50 Division II, Division I coaches in that time, and got their numbers and talked to them and asked them questions and building relationships with people. Like, and some people, one of the and even in the NBA, I deal with like people, like, as far as talking to them and just trying to pick their brain with the people that you meet. And that's why it goes back to social media. Like, none of us have no excuse. Like, none of us, because you can reach these people on LinkedIn, you can reach people on Twitter, Facebook, all this. None of us have no excuse to network. And somebody from the Minnesota Timberwolves told me, like, don't use the word network, use the word connect. Because networking sounds like you're using people, but connecting when you're building relationships. Mm-hmm. So, I would encourage people to, not say it because O said it, but like, that's what I try to honestly do. Is like, I want to connect with people. I want to connect with, like, I might be able to build a relationship with Mason, help him with something. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's why I came on here today, not for Cam.
If only I found me like 2 years. Tell him, Grunt. Grunt, was that nice, Grunt? Was that nice, Grunt?
Yeah.
You going cap for the stream?
I'm playing. Nah, Mace, my dog. Mace was like, he wasn't better than me. He never was better than me, but he was nice. He was nice.
It's so crazy.
He was nice. He definitely could have went somewhere, but some recruitment mishap. Speaking of recruitment, what inspired you to like want to help kids get recruited? Because that's another thing I want to do in my future is be able to help kids back where I'm from and help kids coming up get recruited. Because I seen a lot of recruiting mishaps in my time of high school and just being around, and some people either not going high enough or not going at all, and they should be somewhere playing. So what really made you want to reach out and help kids get recruited?
I think for me, like, with not really having that experience as far as getting recruited, you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, if I can help somebody get recruited, that's honestly the big reason for it. Like, just trying to help someone accomplish their dreams.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not a sexy answer, but that's just what it is. Just trying to help. And also, it's a form of giving back. Giving back is always monetary. Giving back is sometimes with your time. Sometimes giving back is with the knowledge that you have about something that you can share with someone else that can help push them over the edge in a positive way to get where they want to go to. So it's a form of back, and kind of also staying youthful with it. Like, if I can help somebody, like, that's why I do all the camps that I try to work at to try to help people. That's why, like, there's a lady that I coach her teams that come from Germany for those kids that want to come to the States and play in college. Like, last year I did the girls and the guys, and that's my way of giving back to the people in Germany that looked out for me when I first went over there, because I had a lot of people look out for me, man. I'm not a one-man show. Like, a lot of people. So that's my way of helping them. And to me, that's what you're supposed to do. So I remember you telling me that when we chopped it up on the phone, that's what you're going to do, and I'm real proud of you for that, because that's what you should do. Mm-hmm. You should look out for people. And even if people didn't help you growing up, like, that should be more of a reason to help other people, because you know how it feels to not be helped.
Yeah, shit sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
It definitely
sucks. You're giving your all to a sport, you sacrifice going to partying and all that stuff, and some coach can't pick up the phone and call on your behalf to kind of, like, not sell you, but, like, kind of promote your skill set. That's harsh. That sucks.
Yeah, it'd be different if you wasn't trying at all, or you wasn't giving an effort to be something. But people that blood, sweat, and tears, training every day, devoted schedules, and that happens. So I don't know how that feels, but I can assume how it feels, and I know it must be gut wrenching.
It's trash. It's garbage.
How do you feel about as a college coach? How do you feel about the transfer portal?
Ooh, that's a whole other can of worms, man.
I don't like it.
Huh?
Like it?
I don't like it, me personally.
Why, man?
Why?
Because I feel like it's,
You don't like it. You don't like it because
not even by like messing up my recruitment. I'm not even going.
No,
not even because of that.
I don't. I have a bias like not niche, but what's the word? Like I don't hate it, but it bothers me when I hear transfer portal because it messed up a lot of my opportunities. Because of COVID kept a lot of those old farts inside
8-year
of college.
seniors.
8, 9, 10-year seniors inside of college, so it ruined my availability for scholarships. It's numerous schools that I would have had offers to if the 36-year-old with 3 children and a wife wasn't still there taking up a scholarship.
That's
that
real.
They should be working full-time jobs.
That's real. Put the ball down this time.
They're holding on to a scholarship. They're literally receding in their hairline, and they literally have a scholarship that should be given to a 18 and 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So that's my mind with it. Like I like it for the cause of like you said earlier, going back to a fit. If something's not a good fit, and you didn't realize that in time before you went,
but I feel that like okay, what you said first thing you said for sure like, but I feel like it's also like now it's kind of a cop out because it's like okay, if something doesn't fit, obviously it doesn't fit. Like yeah, but now you know the second somebody don't like something, or I'ma just transfer, or you and the coach get a disagreement, or I'ma just transfer. Like and people transferring 5-6 times. Like sometimes like I feel like that's taken away from the grind. Like sometimes you just gotta suck it up. You gotta earn your spot. You gotta earn your place. You gotta earn your time. And people don't want to do that. Like they not getting enough minutes. I'ma just transfer. Like, and I feel like that takes away from not takes away from their game, but it just takes away from like the sport kind of like it just kind of creates brats. Like, oh, I don't like this situation, or I'm not liking everything, so I'ma just up and leave. Like sometimes you just gotta thug it out, and eventually you'll get what you want. Sometimes you don't, and that sucks. But sometimes if you thug it out and you stay in the situation and you create that relationship, you can become the guy if you're like that.
So what about JUCO?
No, so like, let me tap in on the transfer portal thing real quick.
All right.
Mace makes a real good point, man. To be honest with you, like that's how I feel, especially at the Division I level.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something that I saw on my Twitter feed the other day that this young man he committed to. I'll just say a Power 5 school. It was a Power 5 school, and I think they have Division I. They have different rules. So like right now they have like it might be a dead period where you can't even practice unless you're taking an international trip. Anyway, they had some type of stuff going on. He's already decommitted from that school before school's even started and put his name back into the transfer portal or into the opening up his recruitment because he would be a freshman. You haven't even started your first day of class yet, and you're already saying that it's not a good fit. How do you know that?
Right.
So think about how many when people were a freshman in high school, how did you feel? Like, did you feel like just straight comfortable at your school, like your first month in school? No, but you still, for the most part, people stayed at their school, or you might have transferred once because you might have moved or something like that. But like, also,
it's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? It's like, you still have to, what May said, you have to thug it out to a certain degree. Now, when you go to Division III, for instance, you're paying for your experience. So to me, it's different.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Right? But now, all right, these jokers, man, I'm paying $35,000 and this coach is over here and I'm doing everything that he's asking me to do and I'm still not getting an opportunity. Nah, I'm not going to do that.
That's fair.
I'm not going to do that because I'm paying $30,000.
Right.
If I'm at D2, it's also a little different. Like, if I kill if I average 25 points a game and I'm a player of the year, this and this and this. I'm not gonna go put my name in the transfer portal to try to go D1 and live the dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So like to me, it's a case by case situation.
Yeah.
With
There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons.
Yeah, but what you said, Cam, is very true because it's very true. And I'll say this, but I don't want to say too much. But it's like when I was at Section 7, the big tournament on the West Coast in Arizona, one of my buddies that runs the AAU program introduced me to another coach, and he's told me that his head coach told him that we want to get as old as possible, as quick as possible.
What?
Yeah, like it's almost like coaches don't even believe in like building up.
Real quick, and this team was in the national championship game in Houston this year.
As old as possible. Wait, hold on.
Who is it? Is UConn and who else?
Do your research, but you got Google.
Who did they play? I don't even remember.
UConn,
College basketball was so trash this year. I don't even know.
Who was it? Arizona State or San Diego State?
San Diego.
San Diego State. You ain't Cali. Let's get messy.
It's San Diego State.
Let's get messy.
Yeah.
As possible, as quick as possible.
That's terrible.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And so like, yeah, like, and I just did a camp out in Washington, and the kids were asking me about that, like, you know, the transfer portal and stuff like that. And it's like, you're right, Cam, like it did mess it up. Like you have COVID, and then you got the COVID year, you know, the transfer portal. So now this is what it looks like. And even our coach, my head coach, my boss, first priority, off season, you're gonna look in the transfer portal. After that, you're gonna look at JUCO. After that, then you're gonna look at high school.
No love.
And you can get, trust me, you can get lost in the portal.
Very.
High school get no love.
Exactly. So you're on the last tier, and I have high school guys talking to me like, "Hey, like, so what's up with my recruitment? This and this and this." And you know, obviously, you can't, you know, like, "Hey, man, like, this is the priority," because I don't want to make anyone feel bad. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like they hear this stuff too. So I'm not.
Don't let it be somebody coming from D1. Don't let it be a D1 coming from D2 or D3.
It's a wrap.
Because they stopped the show for them.
It's a wrap.
It's all.
Hold the money. We got D1 on the way. I need all his expenses.
If you coming from D1 down to D2,
put them in a mansion, feed them 6 times a day, give them strippers and on Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. Give them everything. Come on, man. Like,
no, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a lot. I feel like, I don't know. I have a love-hate with it, because currently, like, I just think right now it's getting kind of nasty, because I see like somebody was like you said, somebody was committed to Indy. Like, they were committed to Indy for 3 days. You committed for 3 days to Indy, a JUCO, and decommitted.
Are you talking about that running back?
Yes.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I saw him on TikTok. Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yes.
And he's not even that nice from the film
not
I saw.
Not the film I saw. He's not that good. Like, he's huge. He runs a 4.47. I think it's like a 4.5, 4.6. But yeah, that's.
Tell him what you ran. Tell him what you ran.
What I run?
Yeah.
I run about 4.73, 4.75.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
When I was running, I was 250. I was 255 though.
I ran a calm 4.9. You know what I mean? I don't know. Type shit. But you know, I don't play football, so.
There you go.
Yo.
Nah, man. Definitely transfer portal. Love-hate relationship with it. Who was your, like? Hold on. Before we get in this, before we get spicy, is there any time? I got two. It's 2 on 1. Is there any time, like, What was the worst punishment you ever had to go through? Whether it been like practice or like something something your coach made you do or the whole team do. What was like the worst punishment ever you had? And then like, what was the was there any time that you wanted to quit playing basketball? Like, all right, I'm done. I don't care what nobody got to say. If I do one more suicide, I'm done. Like anything like that. Was there ever
You know
like
about
any
that?
time?
You're a supreme gym walkout person. Isaac will walk out of a gym in 2 seconds. I'm lying. Isaac will walk out of a gym in two. Isaac will quit practice in 2 seconds, bro. Let him get mad enough.
I've never done it before.
Bro, what,
I always say it, but I've never done it before.
That's crazy, Ken.
I've never done it before. I've always said it, but I've never done it.
The way he's sitting up here lying is crazy.
I'm lying. I've never done it.
You didn't walk out. You haven't walked out before.
No.
Maybe to walk out the gym, but you walked off the court.
Bro, I walked off the court because I was gassed before. I missed like a.
No, you was mad. No, you was mad. You was mad at Reggie, and you walked off the court, and y'all had to have y'all little conversation.
I don't remember.
Now you don't remember.
You gotta refresh my memory.
Go ahead, man.
I remember being mad at Reggie plenty of times, but I don't. Anyway, bro, let's ask. We asking the hooper right now.
You're right.
And like so, back in my high school at Riverside Poly, we had before practice started, we had conditioning for 3 weeks. And in one of those sessions in conditioning, it was a hard day, and he was making us do some stuff over. Like it was a track day, and we would have to do like 200s in a certain time, 400s in a certain time, and we had to do 800s in a certain time, like all in one session. And we had to do some stuff over again because some of my teammates loved them to death, but some of them they just wasn't making the times. And when one person misses, we all got to do it again. So you having some colorful language to your teammates at that moment. When you're in the trenches and saying stuff, and then I thought we were done, and but we brought everybody together. He was like, but if you guys want to be as good as what you think, and this, you guys will go out there and you guys will run a 800 right now. It might not sound like a lot, but when you're doing that for an hour and you're tired, and then you hear somebody say that,
I got it. That's 2 laps, 2 full track laps.
In a time, like it's just like, man, like, and you can't tell them nothing. Like, you got to do it. You a 15-year-old kid, like, what you gonna say? So you got to do it, like, and it was just that. It was just also like, we had a situation where we were in the gym and we had to do a suicide with a towel. So like, you're on the ground.
Oh yeah.
I know about those.
I know about them.
Legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Noodles.
Yeah.
Straight
Just
noodles.
Making those times, and you got to do it again, and you got to, like, bro, like, he ready to catch a fade because he's not doing it. Like, like, it's just tough. That it was that, man. But
I ain't gonna lie, I was at one teammate a lot of times.
Yeah, man.
I was at one teammate a lot of times.
But the worst thing, bro, the absolutely worst thing was in college. Like, we had the one guy, he got in trouble in the library. We all had to pay for it. I was hot. And it's called running up and down the mountain. And you're in the gym and you do and everything is timed, and you do like 19, like, and it's all suicide based. So you have to do 19 suicides. So you go up to, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19 suicides. Then you have to come back down the mountain. That means you got to do 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So you're doing a total of 28 suicides. Okay? It's a lot.
Do you ever feel like I really feel like you're a college coach, so I feel like, do you feel like coaches like they just do stuff like what's really what am I really gaining out of doing 28 suicides? Like I really don't be getting, like, maybe it's just I have the player mindset, but it's like, aside from my lungs burning, what am I accomplishing out of doing 30 suicides? Like, I really don't. It really don't be clicking for me. Like,
I mean, like, some of it's like, obviously, like, let's look at it like this. If you look at it like you're a parent, and as a parent, like you might whoop your kids, right? Maybe, but what can you do? Like you can't put your hands on someone in the college scene, right? You can't, but you can't. Correct. So like, what's the best thing to get someone's attention? Playing time and physical punishment. So we play, or we gonna get on this run. We gonna get on this line and run, or do push-ups, or do crunches, or something to get your attention, to get you to act right. Like what other way to do it? Now we're gonna be in shape too. Like say for instance, like after a game, we just weren't ready to play, man. It was a 11 o'clock in the morning game. We got on the bus. We just weren't ready to play. We got pummeled. We lost. It was embarrassing. It was like 112 to 52. We got killed on a Saturday, right? So we came back and we ran suicides. Like y'all don't want to play, so no. It looked like you guys were out of shape, so we're gonna run. Well, let's get in shape. Somehow we got out of shape, so we're gonna get in shape right now. And they ran. And it's also like it could be like a team building stuff. Like what I'm saying, same purpose of like either you gonna figure it out and push your teammate to help him make that time, or essentially you're just gonna run all day until the next day until y'all do it.
Yeah.
So I can get it, from a certain point. Like for me as a player, I didn't, I just always just like, hey man, this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
What I got to do. So I never really looked at it in any other way than this is what I got to do, and I want to be in the best shape possible. And it is what it is.
Yeah, that's why you are where you are.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What was I about to ask you?
You said, was it the 2-in-1 question?
Nah, it was something else. I forget. I'll come back to it later. So now that you've been a player already, and now you're a coach. So do you feel like we know the answer? Like we know the answer, but we can't like give a definite yes because we've never been a coach before. Do you feel like coaches have favoritism towards other players or towards their favorite players, or do you feel like coaches have favorite players?
No, I don't. Yeah.
No, I thought you was about to
I thought about to say. I was about to say, come on now.
So like, all right, how could you not though, right? Because let's just be realistic. Go about being rational. If someone works hard, if they're always like, if they're the first one in the gym, last one to leave, or they get there, they come with a positive attitude. If they're respectful to you, respectful to the teammates, if they go out there and they try to be a dog, like what we were talking about, Scoot Henderson, and being a dog and not taking a night off and being lazy. Like, let's just use basketball. Like, if you airball a shot and you ain't just there putting your head down in between your legs, doing that, but you're actually sprinting back and getting back on defense. Like, I missed that shot. Let me get back. Like, how could you not like that? How could that not be someone that I like? But if somebody is the last one to walk into practice, they always got something to say back. They're disrespectful to, the teammates, and they're disrespectful to me. Like, yo, what up, bro? Like, I'm not your bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm cool. I don't really trip off stuff like that. Like other coaches do. Like, people can call me Zoe or Coach Zoe. Like, it don't matter for me. But like some coaches, they get off to that. But like, or if they're just like, if they're in their own feelings, where they're just so selfish, like they just care about their game and nobody else. Like, what would you gravitate towards?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if you got a roster of, say you're talking about 3 or 4 different girls, right, and 2 or 3 of them,
get me in trouble, man.
Whatever you got to do.
Don't get scared.
I'm using hypothetical. I know you are one.
Yeah.
We talked about that the other night. Now I'm over here capping, Mace. See, let me keep it real.
Hey, that's W Mans though.
Yeah, W-Man.
That's W-Man though.
But, all right. So, like, say for instance, you talking to 3 different people, right? 2 of them are giving you just attitude, or whatever, like just whatever. Are you naturally gonna gravitate to the one that gives you peace?
True.
Right?
But my problem is it don't even be that guy though. It just be like a sometimes it literally just be a random, like it just be a random, like, yeah, he's cool, he's decent, but like for whatever reason the coaches just be like, he can do no wrong. Like, yeah, he's like, I get like those type of dudes you saying always early, do the most, you know what I mean? I get that, like, if that's a favorite, 100% understandable. But sometimes it don't even be that guy. It just be some dude, they just like their personality, or they just like something about them that we don't know about, and they just get to do whatever they want. It's like, damn, like, what happens? Like, and then you could be that guy that does everything that you saying, and you still not a favorite. So it's like, that's the problem I have. Like, when the favorite you're talking about is understandable. That's it. But
yeah. So, like, I would say,
am I catching strays?
Nobody's talking about you.
You said what?
Oh, I thought
Nobody's talking about you, bro.
I thought I was catching strays. Mace. I thought Mace was throwing strays at me.
Nobody throwing shots, bro. And you're not that guy, because your attitude is trash. And don't lie.
Nah, but you know what though? Like, when I did talk to a coaching friend of mine that's a little bit older, and sometimes he was like saying to me, like, it goes off like trust too. Like, this person might not be that dude and talented, but in a dogfight, when you're in a foxhole, like if we're all at war, right? Like, you're gonna go and find people that you trust. He might not be the most talented individual, but you know, like, say, I'll just use me, so it doesn't sound like I'm trying to make y'all be like funny or whatever. Like, if we go to war and we're in Vietnam or whatever, wherever we're at, and I might not be the most talented soldier, but you guys know that I got your back, Mason, and I got your back, Cam. Period. At the end of the day, right. You gonna rock out, right, as opposed to the guy that might be a little bit more talented than me, but you can't really depend on him. He might not wake up for the war. He might oversleep. Like, hey man, like, y'all all right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna rock out with someone that you trust. So I think that it goes into something like that. Like, you know, some coaches might not be talented, but they just trust that person on the court to listen to them when they're giving plays, to not do anything stupid, and 3, like, to, you know, kind of be their voice on the court.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, I like that, because it's definitely some guys I played with that was not the most talented. They was just dependable guys. And they found their way on the court.
Honestly, that's why those guys play. Honestly, and like, you know,
they were glorified too.
Yeah, and when you have talent, you have the choice to, like, all right, am I gonna let this little individual play over me, or am I, you know, figure it out and do what I need to do to make sure that I ensure my spot, because I know I'm better than him. Mm-hmm. And I don't really in the whole, like, you know, like, you shouldn't look at your teammates like food. No, you should look at your teammates like food too.
Yes.
That's how I was raised with it. So
until your spot is secure, and your spot's never secure, so you should always look at them like food.
Always. So, like, you know, that for me, that's how it was even overseas. Like, I would try to pick a person each day to try to go at, just to remind the room that, like, I'm him. I mean, you said it. You know, just trying to, you know, remind people that, you know, I'm here, and I would love when, you know, when management would bring in, like, you know, somebody new that just wanted to try out or do whatever, like, do what I did. But, like, you know, I would talk to them, take them out to eat afterwards, but, like, I would still try to bust their tail when I'm there to just let them know, like, yo, this is my gym.
I'm saying, man, you pop a lot of shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Kick a lot of shit, man, kick a lot of drip, man, drip, man, you know what I'm saying? No cap. Can't let these fuck nigga murder me. Not living Porsche's emergency.